And so, Sarah, if you're watching this, just know I have now posted the KitchenAid in a video. Hey, welcome back to Road Tripping with Rachel. I'm Rachel, and thanks for joining me on this road trip. So, it is the final Wednesday of January. It has been cold. We've been in the negatives, and this has probably been the coldest winter I can remember in probably about the last decade, which makes me feel incredibly old that I can even say that. But since this is one of those months where we get 5 Wednesdays, I wanted to pop on and do something that deviates from what I normally do with my uploads. So if you're new to the channel, I do take you along on the great road trip of life. So we road trip through the Bible. We're currently doing a Bible study as we work our way chapter by chapter through the Gospel of John. I do things about life, which life is going to encompass primarily for me right now. A lot of that is like my health journey and becoming healthier. I am currently on a weight loss program, and I am currently down 40 pounds. I have been taking a very slow and sustainable uh, route on my weight loss, and I am doing that through the help of a doctor. But I'm also challenging myself this year to also like very actively become healthier and to get out and do things that I might normally otherwise not do, especially because now 40 pounds gone, that means that I am at that point now where it is becoming more obvious that I am losing weight, and that is starting to result in loose skin because the fat is actually going away now. And so I want to start learning about different exercises that I can do to help tone and manage the loose skin. And then I also like to take you actually like on road trips. I love getting out and traveling, hopping in the car. I have some trips that are planned throughout the year and some towns in the state of Missouri, which is where I live at, and being able to go and check out some historic towns that are across our state. Now, I wanted to specifically hop on though and talk about a couple of things that I have started to incorporate into my life that I just really love. So, we're going to cover several different things in here. Some I've used actually for years, some that are new, but I have really been enjoying them here recently, and I think a lot of that enjoyment is just because I'm getting older and I have much more appreciation for them. So let's go on ahead and get started. Now, some of these, like I said, are going to be pretty silly, um, but they are worth me mentioning. So the first one, yes, crazy, I know, bag balm. Now, for those of you who are not from the Midwest or did not grow up around livestock, bag balm is out of Vermont. It was originally a formula that is used. It looks kind of like petroleum jelly. Um, but it was originally used for cows whenever you would have to go out and milk them, like during the winter. You would rub it on to their udders and the cow tits, and that would help to be able to keep them from getting chapped, and it would also protect them during the cold. Now, this is now mass produced, and it is sold actually, it is in the pharmacy section of Walmart. You can also occasionally find like small tins at like TJ Maxx and places like that, but this stuff is amazing for your hands and for your feet. I like to put it on, I've even put it on like my lips before, especially when it is super cold. This stuff is amazing because it really does work and it absorbs really well. Now, it will leave a bit of a greasy feeling at first, so when you put it on, don't go touch like your camera or anything, or like your phone or anything like that. Give it a few minutes, but once you start absorbing it, it is amazing. I mean, definitely, if you've got like cracked feet, cracked hands, if you're going to be working outside, I love to use this, especially like during the cold. And a little dab will do ya. It's kind of like a dollop of daisy, like a little dab will do ya, and it will last you a really long time. Just as a side note, none of the things that I am showing today are sponsored by anybody. So this is just something that has been in my life forever. I've grown up with it. Okay, that's the first big thing. The next thing that I absolutely love and I'm so happy came back, the claw clip. Now, I bought these in a set actually a couple years ago. I almost always have a claw clip in. This right now, I have my hair pulled back in a ponytail, but I love these things because although I have my hair in a ponytail, it's normally right around my shoulders. I have a lot of hair. It's just I keep it shorter. It is so heavy. And I love the claw clip. So now I actually own quite a few of these. I was so happy when they came back into style a couple years ago. It's a great way just to get your hair up and off of your neck, and it helps the weight. It repositions the weight so that way I don't get headaches from it. My sister really doesn't wear these, and she has even more hair than I do. But keeping either when you have a lot of hair and it's really thick, most of the time you're either cutting it and keeping it relatively short, or you are figuring out ways to like reposition the weight so it doesn't cause headaches. Love these. These were a great thing. I ordered like a big set off of Amazon. My perfume. Now this is technically considered cologne. It is unisex, so anyone can wear it, but this is Ines. Energy of the Sea. Now, I bought this small bottle while I was on vacation in Colonial Williamsburg last year. I love this stuff. It's got this like salty, briny smell, like in all the best ways. I just really, really like it. Now, my body chemistry does not allow me to carry a scent for very long whenever I spray it. This lasts longer than most of the other stuff that I've ever tried. And I put it on my pulse points, like behind my ears, on my wrists, that kind of thing. Sometimes I'll spray it onto my chest, but I like it. It's not overly strong. It's a relatively light scent. I really, really like this, and it's a good add-on for me on like the everyday. As you can see, I use it regularly. This is 1.5 or 15 milliliters or 0.5 fluid ounces. I really enjoy it. I'm going to have to order more. I had gotten the travel size version whenever I was trying it new. It is relatively expensive. So if you want to go ahead and get like a normal size bottle, I know you can order it off of Amazon, but like their normal size bottle is like $60. So it is an investment. Like if you're going to purchase this, you need to really like it. But the travel size one is a good one. I think this was about $20 for the travel size. Now, I'm saying I think because, like, obviously I purchased this back in, like, July of last year. And it's now the end of January. I don't exactly remember how much everything was while I was on vacation. Another thing that I love, now I have loved this scent for years, and that is teak whenever it comes to candles. I love teakwood. So I actually found a bunch of these candles. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen like I posted this in my stories, but I love the scent of teakwood, and I love it with almost any other kind of woodsy smell. I don't know if anyone else can appreciate this, but it smells like really good men's cologne. And I just really, really enjoy that smell. So I love these. I ended up with 4 large ones. They were pretty affordable. I bought them at TJ Maxx. I don't know if they'll still have them, but I have teakwood and oak, and then teakwood and mahogany. They both smell absolutely amazing. I think the oak one is my favorite though. I currently have one burning right now in my kitchen. And I also have this guy. So I love a good planner. Now at work, if you don't know, I am a director of admissions at a small college, but I live based off of my work calendar. If it does not get put on my work calendar, like, don't expect me to show up at it or do anything to prepare for it, because I live by that calendar. I also am pretty free-flowing whenever it comes to my personal life, but a good planner is essential for me to know like major dates that are coming up, even if I'm more free-flowing on the day-to-day personally. So I am currently using this one, is specifically dedicated to like YouTube and my blog and my Instagram uploads and things like that, so that way I know like when I need to start things, because the schedule I have planned out for this year, for me to be able to do it and get things up in a timely manner and not feel like super rushed to do it, I need to plan out when to start it so I have it done in plenty of time to actually film the video and edit and do all of that. I love this thing. It's also got stickers and stuff. My sister was quite upset that I did not necessarily write birthdays in here aside from my own. But then again, I also know her and her husband's birthdays, so I don't really have to. My immediate family, I know everyone's birthdays, but she did go through and add stickers to her and her husband's birthdays. Another thing that I am absolutely loving, and I suspected I was going to love this, is I did an unboxing video. It's one of my shorts that I had decided to go on ahead and try Toups & Co., which like I said, not sponsored at all, but I wanted to try a few different things with my, not just because of my skincare, but because I am like intentionally moving to having cleaner makeup. I mostly wear, if we're talking drugstore makeup, I wear Physicians Formula because I don't have any bad reactions with it, because I have delicate skin and I'm a little red right now from all the cold and everything. But I had gotten eyeshadow, which by the way, love it, and I had gotten foundation, the mineral foundation, love that too. But the thing I have loved the most out of that right now has been the Rosegold highlighter, the natural Luminozer, and I got the Rosegold. It's vegan and gluten-free. I love this stuff. It is gorgeous. A little dab will do you. I'm currently wearing a little bit, like actually on my eyes. If I do a full face, I have it like on my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose. I'll put a little bit, you know, right there on my lips, and then like I'll even dab it into the corners of my eye. This stuff is amazing. It's so creamy. I really do like this. It's great. I would recommend it now whenever you're going through smaller companies where they're doing small batches and they're doing all clean ingredients. You do have to be prepared to pay for it. So this was kind of like a Christmas gift to myself for me to try this. So I have a few other things, but they are too big for me to actually move around. So I'm going to take you on a little bit of a trip through the apartment. Okay, so one of the other things that I am absolutely in love with is this Lazy Susan. I got this for Christmas from my parents. Now, I've had a cake stand. However, the cake stand was actually like crooked and very obviously crooked. So I've had this, but my parents wanted to get me something where I can display my baked goods while I make them, and so I decided to get something that I would be able to actually put like a flower arrangement, salt and pepper shakers, a candle on, and still have plenty of room for me to actually use my dome and be able to have everything nicely displayed. You'll see photos and stuff as I get into more baking right now with all of our snow days. I haven't wanted to do like a ton of baking that would actually like be displayed on like Instagram or anything like that, primarily because this means I'm not getting out as much because of the cold and because of the weather, and I really don't need to be eating all the stuff that I would really want to make. And the newest addition probably to my kitchen is my KitchenAid. So fun story, I have been looking and dreaming and kind of drooling over the KitchenAids for a time. I love KitchenAids because I love baking. My grandmother had actually still has a KitchenAid that she uses. Absolutely love it. A standing mixer with the different attachments, as you have probably seen on a lot of my videos. Like, I low-key have this goal of becoming like this apartment homesteader and eventually like being able to buy property and maybe even have chickens one day. But being able to grow a garden and do a lot of like healthy cooking and more like whole foods, and that's also part of what I've been doing. Oh, look at those flyaways. With my health journey has been like taking a much more like whole foods approach, and I have been using my KitchenAid. It was actually a Christmas present from my sister and brother-in-law, which I love it. I've actually used it quite a bit with my sourdough, and so Sarah, if you're watching this, just know I have now posted the KitchenAid in a video, and I do love it, and I'm using it on a regular basis. Okay, I have had this guy for years. This is my salt box. I love my salt box, okay? It is antique. I found it in an antique store quite a long time ago. I absolutely love it. So the original reason I wanted to get a salt box was, this is gonna sound so stupid, and I know it does, but I follow Farmhouse on Boone, and I saw that Lisa uses one, and I was like, that's perfect. That makes so much sense. Then you're not having to like constantly grab and fill up the salt and pepper shakers. It makes perfect sense. So then I went, this was like several years ago now, I went on a mission to find one, and then I found one, and I absolutely love it. It's a great thing. I keep it on the stove. It's perfect. I would highly recommend. When I was looking for one, I couldn't find one anywhere that I liked. Now you can go into almost any antique store and you should be able to find one. They come in all different sizes. This was actually one that was basically mass produced at some point in time. I don't even know how old it is. I didn't pay that much for it, but I love it. It was a great find for me. The apothecary jars. I have seen these on some different like videos, like the aesthetic videos, and I had smaller canisters and I was always having to refill them all the time. So this baby is a 2-gallon apothecary jar. I can put 2 5-pound bags of flour in here and still have room. And those cups are actually antique cups that I bought when I lived in Kansas City. So that's been now 9, no, not quite 9, I guess 8 years, about 8 years ago that I bought the cups. I still have the other 2 cups that are up in the cabinet. But love this. I had picked up a second one. This is also 2 gallons. Now I will say I did pick up a 1-gallon one. So I'm going to finish up the sugar in here. And then I'm actually going to swap this big one out for a smaller one. And then I have one with the coffee in it. I'm going to find another use for this big one because these have been so useful. But so this is not going to go anywhere, but I'm going to swap this out for a smaller one. And my coffee one, that takes an entire bag of coffee. I ground my beans every morning. That scoop is not going anywhere. That was actually my grandmother's scoop, and she passed away back in 2016. So it's kind of like a little bit of my grandmother in my kitchen. Are you guys ready for this? Hello, Fenrir. Hello, how are you? I know. So I got a cat. I have now entered into that stereotype of single women. I have a cat. I have adopted a cat. Hey. I will just say though, friendliest cat ever. He's a calico. My grandmother had a cat that looked a lot like him. I named him, oh, bless you. I named my cat Fenrir after the wolf in Norse mythology that brings about the destruction of the world. Because he looks like a boss cat. Now he is an older cat. Actually, he was a previous neighbor's cat, so I went on ahead and adopted him. So, so sweet. So I have a cat, so he will probably make some appearances here throughout the videos now as we go. Okay, so we're back. I hope that you enjoyed getting the chance to see some of the things that I am using and implementing into my everyday life here, and you will probably also see some things on the channel. If you aren't subscribed, go on ahead and make sure that you like and subscribe. Make sure that you click those buttons so that way you can get all the notifications. My upload schedule is on Wednesdays. That's my plan. You can also find more about the different topics that I discuss by following my blog, roadtrippingwithrachel.com. I also have an Instagram account, once again, Road Tripping with Rachel. You can check out Pinterest, just type in my name. I believe my username, which I created while I was in college, is Rachel, RACHELYNNA. My middle name is Lynn, in case you didn't figure that out. And Pinterest would only allow me to have so many characters in there, and Rachel Lynn was already taken. But also, I recently created a TikTok, so I am going to be uploading videos on there as well that are going to be short little things that I will be adding. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you all next week. Bye!